Why are niggas always being dumb bitches towards me? The world may never know. Hey guys, it's me, Ren Lux, back with another YouTube video on today. So it's me, Ren Lux, back with another YouTube video, and today's video is long awaited. Now I know y'all love my story times, and you know what, I just feel like the longer y'all wait for them, the more appreciative y'all are of them. And y'all love my exposing story time. I'm gonna expose this bitch ass, ugly ass, dumb ass, cluck ass expose him. Stop. I decided to do a story time. I decided to do a story time on him because A, he's a psychopath and like he needs a story time. Like this nigga, I ain't never met one of these niggas. Like this nigga act like young boy. Like this nigga act like he has problems. You know, he probably does have problems, but I never really touched bases with him on that. Why are niggas always being dumb bitches towards me? The world may never know. Even though he's a bitch, he taught me a lesson and he helped me learn to love myself. So, Mocha, please, can we not? You're literally biting your palm. Yeah, let's get into it. So this is about to be the story time on my yet another toxic relationship. Lauren in these toxic relationships. She's never gonna get enough of them if she knows she's not. So this nigga taught me a lesson on how to love myself and what not to do anymore and what to set my standards as. And I should have, and for the longest, I've been trying to figure out that self-love. You know, so when certain girls go for certain shit and certain girls don't go for certain shit. Certain girls, when it comes to when a nigga does this certain thing, they'll cut him off completely and that's it. They'll cut ends, loose ends, all of that. I always wanted to be like that. I always wanted to know what I deserve and what I don't deserve, and I never knew. Y'all, so I screwed it up a little bit more. So let's get into this video. So we're gonna name this boy, y'all know me and these names. Y'all love when I be naming these niggas because these names, it's the names for me, okay? I'm always naming some niggas some goofy character. We're gonna name him Bowser, all right? Bowser, like from Peach. We're gonna name him Bowser. We're gonna name her best friend, we're gonna name her Flatface. Because she just has a flat face. We're gonna name him Box Troll. So we're gonna name this girl Chihuahua because she just yaps in my ear like a chihuahua. We gonna name the sister Rudolph, and we gonna name the bitch I was beefing with Breadface because all the time she smiled, her face turned red. We gonna name him Tree Trunk, because this nigga is taller than a piece of what? This nigga is tall as hell. Like, this nigga makes me look like I'm short as fuck, and I'm not. I've been knew this dude. We knew each other since 10th grade year. That's when I first met him. And ever since 10th grade year, he's been trying to get with me, according to his friends, and according to, no, he even said this. He even said this in our DM. I'm gonna pull screenshots up, because y'all, I'm not no liar. Since 10th grade year, he'd been trying to see, like, shit was hitting for, basically what he was basically trying to say. Like, he'd been trying to fuck with me since 10th grade year. And 10th grade year, I didn't pay him no mind, because y'all, I was too busy being in love with a whole different nigga to even pay any nigga that ever wanted me 10th grade year any type of mind, because everybody sworn they wanted me 10th grade year but didn't say shit. So we touched back bases recently in the summertime when I came back to Jacksonville, because everybody knows that I moved away from Jacksonville and stuff. So we recently touched back bases, and like it was a whole lot of unfollowing, refollowing, unfollowing, but I really wasn't paying him no mind because, like, I don't know. So boom, I don't know what made him, oh yeah, I think he slid up on my story. I posted this video, I'm gonna put it right here. I posted this video on my Instagram and he slid up and he was like, damn, like, when did you get so cute? And I was just like, I've been had my glow up, you're late. Type shit. So we just started, so after that story reply, we just started texting. We got phone numbers exchanged and stuff like that. And I just started having a crush on him because, like, that, it doesn't take that simple for me to have a crush on you. Like, but I already knew who he was, and like, I'm not gonna lie, that nigga some pressure. That nigga some motherfucking heat wave, okay? So boom, let's move into when shit really started getting toxic. Now, if my mom never teach me shit, because my mom ain't taught me shit, but if she did teach me, she always taught me, and me just like living with her and just seeing what she went through with different guys, she always told me, never bring sex into a relationship because it complicates it. She always told me, don't have sex with somebody until you are in love or until you like the person as an individual. Because then basically, when you just start fucking somebody and you really don't know them as an individual or even like them as an individual enough that in that type of way, like fall in love with their mind and how they think and shit, you get mixed up into, do you love them because you love them or do you love them because of their You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really know, so sex complicates things. But we had our first sneaky link, and yeah. So ever since then, we just kept hooking up, kept getting together from summer all the way to the school year until it recently just stopped, like just recently. So it was really just we was really just fucking each other. Like, that was the type of relationship it was. Like, it was literally just a sneaky link. He was my favorite sneaky link, my only sneaky link. And the main reason why I was so stuck on him was because he was the only guy that I ever even did in a while. In a while. He was the only guy that I ever did something with. First of all, in Jacksonville. First of all, like, hey. And then in a while either. So I really was like kind of stuck with him, and plus it was good. So like, I was really like stuck because I really was stuck because I didn't want to get another body in Jacksonville. Like, I didn't want to fuck these Jacksonville niggas. I still don't want to fuck these Jacksonville niggas. Like, I just don't want to do it. But yeah, like, and I still don't. So that's really why I was so stuck with him, because I only wanted to, because I'm the type of person, if we having sex, I'm now only drawn and attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm now, especially if it's good, like, I'm now only attracted and drawn to you. So I really don't see the other niggas. Like, yeah, I had niggas, but I never seen them in that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was the only person that could really even get me like that. Like, get me. This shit is about to be so explicit. He's the only person that can even get me to even reach that point. So I was really stuck with him, and I hate that it's about me. That's why I don't like having sex, because I'm such an emotional person and I get attached fast. Like, he just wasn't ready for that. Obviously, he didn't think I was crazy like that. Yes, I am. I should have gave him a warning notice before it even went down how it went fucking down. Before, I wasn't even tripping, like, because I didn't even catch feelings for him. But I think the day I caught feelings for him was the day we spent the whole day together. Dead ass the whole day together. He picked me up. We went to his house. Like, we just spent the whole day together until sundown. I was like, dang, like, this nigga really, like, he really cool. Like, I'm not finna lie, Tree Trunk cool as hell. Like,
y'all can't see me, but another thing I wanted to say, the main reason why I really caught feelings for him is really because every nigga I ever met, I want to say in Jacksonville, because niggas in Columbus loved my personality, because I didn't act like a regular, I wasn't a Columbus bitch. He was the only nigga that didn't judge my personality. Like, oh my God, like you said, Alex, he let me be me. Like, this nigga really let me be me. Like, I don't know, like, he laughed at my weird, quirky jokes. Like he just didn't judge me. Like, he didn't call me weird. Like, and these other niggas, to this day, these other niggas they don't really know how to handle my personality. One day I'll find me a king, though. That's why. Love y'all.
But he's a bitch, and he's aggravating. I'm gonna tell you guys why. And I'm gonna tell you guys the signs I noticed how I started to fall out of the toxic shit. Like, how I just was so over it. So after that, we spent that day together, that's when I really started liking him. And like, that's when, like, but he made me trip. He made me feel like I could trip. Basically the same thing with Eric. When he would post bitches on his story, I would start comparing myself to the bitches he was posting. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just started doing shit like that. I started to feel insecure because I would see him in other bitches' lights. So I started to be like, well, why didn't he, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just started to feel really down and insecure about myself because he was giving these hoes so much love. He was giving these freaks so much love that he was not showing me. And it's just like, dude, am I supposed to be freaked out? Like, do you want me to be freaked out in order to get that attention? You see what I'm saying? It was really conflicting to me. So if y'all didn't watch this story time, then you guys really don't know what I'm talking about with Eric or anything like that. But watch that story time, because basically the same things that I was doing in that story time, I was doing with this guy. But I wasn't allowing myself to fall too deep too soon, and that's why I was able to skip my ass. That's before, because Eric was, remember guys, Eric was the guy who took my virginity. So of course I fell for that nigga hard. But I never fell in love with him. But I did have caught feelings for him hard. But the reason why I never fell too hard for this nigga Tree Trunk is because he told me, which is I guess one thing I kind of respect about this nigga, he told me what it was. You see what I'm saying? Versus Eric led me on and let me think, okay, one day. But he told me he wasn't ready for a relationship. He didn't want a relationship. But what conflicted me and what actually had me falling, I'm gonna make sure I have this all ordered out. So I was one of his close friends. He always used to post about how he wanted a bitch or how bitches ain't shit and stuff like that. And I really wanted to show him, like, I'm shit. Like, I could really, like, be that bitch for you. Like, bro, like, y'all, if you're my close friends, you know the tea. I'm not shit at all for any other nigga. Bro, niggas ain't. I want to say After Tree Trunk, I really was heavy on playing niggas, which is now. Right now, I'm heavy on I don't give a fuck about niggas. I'm not gonna lie. But before Tree Trunk, I wasn't too heavy on that. Like, I was in previous relationships before, like, niggas, I wasn't really angry at niggas yet. I wasn't there yet. Now I'm there. This is current. This just happened. This is very fresh. This is very recent. But before Tree Trunk, I was willing. I was still soft. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was willing to, like, I still wanted to, like, help him. Like, you know, I wanted him to know, like, you can trust me. Like, I can be that bitch for you. So I was still sticking around because I wanted him to fall in love with me. He didn't fall in love with me. He didn't fall in love with me. That's really what, because it was just a post that he would make, and I'm the type of person, I can see when someone's broken. So I just felt like this nigga was, I don't want to say depressed, because a depressed person know a depressed person. You see what I'm saying? A sad person know a sad person. A broken person know a broken person. So I could just tell he was probably just fucked up a little bit. And I don't know, I just wanted to help him because I've been fucked up and I'm still fucked up, but I just like helping people just be happy. I just love making people happy. I just wanted to be his sunshine, but he wanted me to be his motherfucking darkness. So I showed that nigga darkness. You hear me? I don't know when the toxicness really started to hit. I'm trying to think which hairstyle. I sent him a paragraph of how I felt, just because he asked. And I let him know, this is why I like you, this is why I want you, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I feel like, you know. After I sent him that paragraph, he told me to pay for his haircut. And y'all, trauma, PTSD from past nigga Eric. I was like, oh no, he's trying to use me. He's trying to use me. So I started acting crazy because, and in the paragraph, I said that you got your own shit. You don't need to ask me for shit. And I like that because most niggas, all of my niggas actually ask me for shit. And he seen that as, okay, this bitch got a soft spot for me. She just said, she see I got money, so if I ask her for money, she won't think of me as broke.
Y'all can kind of see me a little bit better. Basically, what I was trying to say is he was going to, oh, whoa. Y'all don't need to see me at all. Basically, what I was trying to say is he was going to use me, basically, me already knowing he had his own money, to his advantage. He was going to take me for granted. Like, take advantage of me, basically. Like, use me, basically. That's what it looked like. Say if I'm tripping in comments, well.
I just immediately was like, oh shit, he's trying to play me sweet. Oh fuck no, because he asked me to pay for his haircut. After I sent that long ass paragraph, he said, so you gonna pay for my haircut? That's when I started to act crazy. We used to get in arguments all the time, and it wasn't because of him. I would text him on the bullshit. Literally. It was very one-sided because I was the only one with the feelings. So the arguments came from me. The blocking came from me. We probably would have still been fucking with each other if it wasn't because of me. You get what I'm saying? So it was very like that. Like, we used to be so toxic. Like, we didn't talk to each other for like 2 weeks. The weekend came up. Hey, what you doing? Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? We get back cool. And then we would fuck. And then like, we would fuck. I'll hear from him probably a few hours after we fucked. I want to hear from him for a whole week until Friday came back up, or until Saturday came back up and he wanted to fuck again. When he wanted to fuck again, he would make me feel special. Like, he'll call me, he'll do little shit to make it seem like he was my nigga. Basically the same shit Eric did. And then we would fuck when he hear from him. I'll hear from him after a few hours after we fucked, a day probably. It just started to hurt me, like, cause this was the only, it's like I had niggas, but this was the only nigga I wanted to hear from. So I just used to feel so fucking bad, bro. Like, I used to be like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga is like, and it was a mutual understanding. Like, when we started fucking in the messages, I'll put it up on the screen. It was a mutual understanding that we was just fucking. And I didn't think that I was gonna catch feelings for him. That's why I was so fucked up, because I was just like, he not doing nothing wrong necessarily. I'm not his girl. We not fucking with each other. I caught friends with benefits. Definitely friends with benefits, and I caught feelings and it fucked with me. Heavy as fuck.
I don't know, I'm always gonna do is drop eyes, but I feel like where he went wrong is he should have cut me off as soon as I told him I had feelings, because this was friends with benefits. You get what I'm saying? It don't work when one of the friends catch feelings, so he should have cut me off smooth. But he didn't want to, because like I said, he said he likes when bitches care about him. He likes to know that somebody care about him. So that's exactly why he didn't want to cut me off, because he told me he wanted me to catch feelings. It was a whole lot of bullshit. Like, it was so much shit, y'all.
Yeah, so I'm not really mad at him, because shit, he hold his end up the bargain. It was never that I was supposed to be his bitch. It was never him supposed to be checking up on me and stuff. But that what happens when you have sex with emotional people. You shouldn't have sex with me. So yeah, it was a lot of that. So I got sick and tired of that. So Like after we would link up and have our sneaky links, I used to block him so he wouldn't be able to contact me for that weekend. You get what I'm saying? Like I just used to do shit like that because I was just sick and tired of it. I was like, honestly, spiritually, I was being fucking drained. I was so drained. Like it took a toll on my fucking body. Like I was so tired. Like it was just terrible. And like I was tired of just dealing with it because like I just had people in my ear and people was like, so I'm still gonna eat that pizza. I don't know what the hell. Huh? Girl, I'm still eating that pizza. You ain't paid for it. I'll eat the pizza during the video. Fuck that. I have no clue where I left off at. I'm so sorry. I had to do a scenery change because, hold on. Anyways, I had to do a scenery change because it got way too noisy downstairs. But back to what I was saying, I have no idea where I was at. Matter of fact, speaking of back to what I was saying, I don't even know where I was at. So yeah, oh yeah, I was saying I feel so mentally, I was feeling like so drained and everything. So that's when I really started blocking him. But I would always block him to unblock him because I was like obsessed with him. Like I was literally like obsessed with him. Like I was triggered. Like anytime, cause I'm on his friends, like close friends list and shit. So anytime like they would post him, I would be like, I was just obsessed with him because y'all hit, bro, that hit like a baseball. I ain't never had nothing like that in my life. So yeah, I would block him to unblock him to reblock him. Like it was just so freaking crazy. So freaking toxic, y'all. It was so toxic. And all this was doing was, first of all, this was hurting me and it was confusing me because I got to the point where I just used to text him and just be like, we just both need to leave each other alone. Like we not good for each other. Like, you know, I want a relationship, because I let him know that I want a relationship and he let me know that he wasn't ready for a relationship, but he wanted me around. If I want a relationship, why would you have me just on a leash, just waiting on you to be ready? This is how I feel. I feel, you know, I want a relationship. You don't want a relationship, but you won't leave me alone. So you want me to waste my time with you. You see what I'm saying? When I could have met somebody that was really going to take me serious and all that shit. So I'm missing out on my blessing because I'm holding on to this bullshit. And another way I was looking at it was, I wasn't going to wait on a nigga. That was my main thing. I wasn't finna wait on this nigga to be fucking ready. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't finna wait on him like he told me to. Like basically he was telling me to wait on him basically until he was ready for a relationship. Just for him to be ready for a relationship with somebody else and not me and just leave me in the dust. That would have hurt my feelings so freaking bad. So if anything, so I was just trying to protect my feelings, but I'm gonna put the screenshots on the screen and everything to let y'all know, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know it was a very neutral thing. It was very neutral. It wasn't just me being freaking crazy and just, it was the same from him. So that's what I just want to let y'all know. So now we about to fast forward to when I really let this nigga go and when I was really like just over it. Me and his friend, well, what should we name him? Because we can't say his real name because you're gonna know who Tree Trunk is. So we're gonna name him Dr. Phil. We're gonna name him Dr. Phil because he always was the person I went to vent about just any old thing. Like, I'm gonna name him Dr. Phil because he was like my Dr. Phil. And Dr. Phil always used to tell me, like, Lauren, like, you any nigga, you can get any nigga. Like, what is you doing? Like, basically that's what he was basically fucking telling me. He never said, like, what is you doing? Stop fucking with my homie, because that's like pillow talk. He was basically saying, like, don't let this beat you up. Like, you's bad as fuck. Like, you can really get any nigga. Like, you really tripping. And like, when he used to tell me stuff like that, I used to be like, dang, like, so it was always in the back of my mind, like, this nigga, like, he probably fucking right, and I'm over here fucking boo-hoo crying. I never cried about him, almost did. I'm over here freaking sad as hell over him when Dr. Phil is basically just talking sense to me. Let me tell you something about Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, that's his, Tree Trunk was definitely, like, is his one of his niggas. But Dr. Phil gonna keep it real. Anything, he gonna keep it real. So that's why I really was like, dang, he not even lying, because he gonna keep it real with me like he always do. Me and my friends, we basically had an apartment to ourselves. I hit him up that weekend and he came to the place or whatever. And really what made me fall out of just liking him in general is how he was acting while we was at the apartment. Now the apartment, it wasn't furnished because no one was there. You see what I'm saying? It had 2 air beds and that was about it. It was not furnished at all. And what, flat screens on the wall? That was about it because no one lived there. So why would you furnish a place that don't need to be furnished if no one's going to be sitting in the furniture? A lot of people have this, which is a huge misconstrued mistake. A lot of people think I'm bougie and I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just stuck up and I'm uppity and stuff like that. But me, y'all, I've been through the struggle. I think everybody been through the trenches once in their life. And I don't have a problem sleeping on an air mattress. I don't have a problem sleeping on a hard ass floor. I used to have to sleep on the floor all the fucking time. I didn't have a problem sleeping on the floor or making a pallet or, you know what I'm saying? Thugging it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just like how he was acting was so aggravating. But my friend Alex, she was just telling me like, basically my sole reason for why I wasn't fucking with him is how bitchy he was acting. He was acting like a little bitch. He was acting like a little bitch ass bitch. Like, he was acting like a little girl. Like, it's just like something, if anything, I should be acting like this. Why are you acting like a little girl? Like you can't just thug it out. Like, Dr. Phil is fine, okay? Like, why don't you just thug it out and stop being a girl about stuff? Like, he was just being so aggravating about stuff and complaining and telling me if you would have flipped the camera and showed me how it was looking, I would have never came. And just stuff like that just making me feel bad. And y'all, I'm very nice and I like to make sure people are comfortable. So it was really eating me up that he wasn't comfortable because I just felt like, dang, I just want everybody to be comfortable and you end up here complaining. Like, first of all, no one told your tall ass to even spend the night over here to begin with. That really would turn me off then because I don't like people like that. You know what I'm saying? But Alex was just telling me, you can't force someone who's comfortable with something to be comfortable with who's not comfortable with something to be comfortable with something you're comfortable with. So he was probably acting weird because he wasn't in an environment he felt comfortable in or safe at. And okay, that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? But it still turned me off because...
But that does make sense. That makes sense. But at the same time, too, you can't just complain about shit. If shit not going to change and you see that, look at the environment you're in, there's nothing we can do to change this. You got to figure shit out to make it better for yourself. You can't just sit up there and cry about it. And that's what turned me off because I don't like people like that. I don't like people who can't thug it out. Basically what I'm trying to fucking say, like, why are you acting like a little girl?
Dr. Phil can thug it out. We all, this is not something we used to. Obviously, I don't come home and have to sleep on a freaking air mattress. You see what I'm saying? I just felt like, dang, like, why you gotta complain about shit? So, but what really made me be over him and like be able to actually get over him completely is because we obviously, duh. Usually afterwards, I usually feel some type of way. Like, I usually feel like a connection. Like, usually I just feel like, yeah, like, I'm not done fucking with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? After we did, sorry if y'all hear, that's my nephew. I was just staring at him. And I was kind of like staring at him in disgust. Just like, you know, like, just staring at him like, wow, like, I really don't want this nigga no more. It was just it was not saying that it was bad, because it wasn't. I just didn't feel nothing. Like, like, it was just like, wow, like, and maybe because that day how he made me feel, he made me feel so bad that day, like that, I mean that night. That's probably why I didn't feel nothing, because I just was like, I felt so bad like that whole night, just because he was just being so like rude and shit like that. So I was just like stared at him and I didn't see nothing. Usually when I stare at him, I usually see, like, not saying this sound like I'm in love, because I wasn't in love at all. I'm just saying when you like somebody, you it's like that aura they have around them when you like them. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't see that aura anymore. It was just dead ass him looking stupid as fuck in my face. After that night, he was just being so rude. Like I said, he was just being rude and just like, yeah. So after that night, I did not speak to him. What really made me like really cut him off is on Sunday. On Sunday, me and my friends, we all got together and we got drunk as fuck. And I called him and like he hung up in my face. And I called him again. I was like, so you really hung up in my face? And he lied. And he was like, no, I didn't hang up in your face. Da, 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 da. And then I was trying to talk to him and stuff. And then he hung up in my face again. So I texted him and I was like, you're blocked. Definitely. You're blocked. Definitely now. And I guess I didn't, because I was drunk when I did. Now that I'm sober, I didn't realize that I really had him blocked for that long. Because I knew he would have hit me up by now. Like he always does. He don't go too long without hearing. I don't go too long without hearing from him anyway. So I was like, damn, this nigga ain't contact me or nothing. Like, but it wasn't really on my mind too heavy, because like I was really done. Like when I seen that he hung up in my face like that, I was like, damn, like that's fucking played. Like he really don't want to speak to me. And it kind of hurt my feelings. Like that night my feelings was hurt, but I was so turned that I couldn't even focus on my feelings being hurt. Bro, I couldn't focus on it. I just didn't hear from him. I just started focusing on myself. I was just trying to get over my feelings getting hurt. It took me 2 days to get over this nigga though. I'm about to get to the self-love part, y'all. Okay, fast forward, it's Tuesday, and I was just telling my group chat, I was just like, y'all, I'm feeling kind of weird. Like, I hope like he didn't nut in me because I'm feeling like weird as fuck. Like in the morning, I felt like I had to throw up and shit. So I was just like, I'm about to text him. So I texted him, and I texted him my spam account because like I said, I blocked him on everything. And he just was really disrespectful, like just really rude, like I did something to him. And he was just like, I texted him, I'ma just put the screenshots right here, as y'all can see what he fucking said right here. And I was like, dang, like he came off really freaking rude, like I really hurt him. Like he called me a freaking bop. If y'all don't know what a bop is, like that's basically like a freaked out like bitch. Like, and he know I'm not freaked out because it's just like he knows. You see what I'm saying? Like just being really disrespectful. And I was like, dang, where is all this coming from? He talking about because you blocked me and you ain't buy my game. He said you ain't buy the game. He was like, you a liar, all this shit. And like it's just them text messages was very disrespectful. I'm sorry, like I'm used to niggas disrespecting me, which sounds so bad. I really am. So like when niggas disrespect me, I really don't blink an eye at it because it's just like, well, I'm used to niggas doing me how they doing me. But when he did that, it turned me off completely because it's just like some nigga, the audacity you have. Like literally, like I treated you so good, even though we were toxic and we used to fucking cuss each other out and tell each other that we was gonna kill each other and shit. I still treated you good, other than these other niggas, honestly. So I was just like, wow, like why are you being like this all over because I blocked you, and the only reason you cared that I blocked you is because you wanted the game. So technically all over the game, and I'm so glad I already peeped game. First of all, when I first sent him money, I already peeped game. Yeah, after that, it really hurt my feelings. It stunk a little bit. I was sitting at this desk right here. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm not about to. I was sitting on this desk. And I just started to look around, and I was just like, dang, these is the niggas that I let have with me. These is the niggas that I let come and like, you know what I'm saying? You see, because I was just reminiscing on all the boys that I ever did anything like that with. Not saying that's a lot, because it's really not. But I'm just saying like, and I realized the pattern. All these niggas are the same. You get what I'm saying? Like, one nigga beat my ass, Eric played me to the left, and now this nigga is, why are you being so evil and fucking rude to me? I would fucking never do that to you because I'm so freaking nice. So I was just feeling some type of way because it kind of hurt my feelings because I was just like, dang, like these is the niggas that I let come and just be on me. And that's when I realized my self-worth. Boom, right then and there. And I realized I'm no longer having sex with niggas who don't respect me. And I should have been doing that. It's easier said than done, obviously. But honestly, y'all, I figured it out, and I'll never, ever, he will never hear from me ever again because he got too much stuff he got going on. He disrespectful towards, I don't know if he's disrespectful towards girls or just me. I don't know what it is, but he has no reason to be any type of disrespectful to me because I ain't do nothing but try to love that nigga anyways. So but you know what? He choosing these thoughts and shit out here. He loves these hoes. He gonna get fucking burnt doing shit like that. Listen to this story time, and obviously everybody needs to go on their own journey to realize what they deserve and what they don't deserve. But you never know. You really never know who's gonna teach you a lesson. I don't regret, messing with him. I do regret having sex with him. But shit happens for a reason, and God probably let me because I wanted to find my self-worth so bad, like so bad. I was so jealous of girls who knew it and knew what they was worth, and I faked it till I maked it, honestly. Like I tried to act like no girl, no. When it came to my self-confidence, I had literally 0 to none. And any guy that came across me that thought I was something and I just felt like they was cute enough, I was gonna give them a chance. Not every guy deserves a conversation out of you or anything like that because you didn't look like me with your feelings hurt. My feelings isn't hurt anymore, but they definitely was hurt. So here's this learning thing. That's why I don't ever regret any guy I ever met, because every guy I ever met was definitely a learning experience. And so that's how I fell out of a toxic relationship that I never thought was gonna ever end. I thought we was gonna be messing with each other until he went off into the military, honestly. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. Comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this. Bye.